So, hi, I'm Marcus Meyer, and this is my informative speech. This is my audience. Now, how many of us have ever experienced a serious car accident in our lifetime? From my personal experience, in the year 2004, when I was 11 years old, my family and I were struck by a pickup truck who ran a red light, ultimately hitting the driver's side, injuring my mother, who has luckily recovered to full health and is driving again. I have an image to show you. So, with an increasing rate of DUI drivers, road rages, and reckless drivers, it has come to a point where global manufacturing industries for vehicles have implemented advancing safety features to reduce casualties on the roads, such as seatbelts, airbags, automatic braking systems, and blind spot signals. This has all been contributed to reduce human error and to make our safer road conditions. To put this into perspective, according to Association for Safe International Road Travel, the global society deals with 1.3 million deaths per year, resulting in the ninth leading cause of fatalities in the world. In the United States alone, 30,000 uh, 30,000 adults and young children die in a fatal car crash. As a result, this has uh, provided a ground basis for autonomous production and a ground basis to make our roads safer for everyone around us. However, the misconception what the consumers have with autonomous vehicles is that they are dangerous and unreliable. However, manufacturers such as BMW, Mercedes, and Tesla are releasing safety features that allow the car to be already semi-autonomous and help us with our driving abilities to make ourselves feel safer when we are driving. And this would like to be put into all cars in the industry. However, this is already taking place in companies like Google, Apple, and GM, which are already laying down plans for fully autonomous cars. I have an image of what a fully autonomous car is already looking like, but will be advanced in the future. So the overall annual cost of roadway crashes in the U.S. economy is $212 billion in 2012. And to put this into perspective, if we had only fully autonomous cars on our roads, this would result in a 90% decrease of cost, resulting in $190 billion that could be saved and be used for other uses. An additional benefit of fully autonomous vehicles is that carbon dioxide emissions could be reduced and optimized driving could be allowed, allowing us to save our costs for gasoline usage. Um, However, core benefits need to overpower hesitations that consumers have. By doing this, I have to display what autonomous vehicles actually mean. So computers are able to determine the appropriate stopping distance between vehicles by algorithms calculated within computers. This is radically decreasing the chances of an accident. Sensors and cameras are picking up a 360-degree environment to capture all of the scenarios of human drivers. In addition, there are no opportunities for a computer to be distracted, and this is a leading cause of accidents in the United States. So this will have a direct relationship then to fewer fatalities and injuries on our roads in the future. However, all manufacturers have one visionary statement, and that is to define a car which will be able to steer a car's course from destination A to destination point B with all on-road scenarios without any human interaction or driving ability. However, only Washington, Florida, Michigan, and California are undergoing autonomous testing for usage on public roads. Um, but an advancement in self-driving vehicles would allow an improvement in traffic regulation and traffic congestion, and this would significantly help reduce the commute for drivers and help us save our time. I would like to now present an example for John H. Harper, who has taken on a milestone of fully autonomous driving, illustrating a car which will be able to drive from Silicon Valley to Las Vegas. It's a 500-mile trip with a fully autonomous A7 from Audi. I'd like to illustrate a quote now to imagine how it was like driving for Jason H. Harper, who was one of the first to undergo this test. So, I just spent more than 2 hours driving down the South Interstate 5 towards Bakersfield, California, in a prototype A7 sedan that drove itself. Traffic was thick, yet the Audi handled itself capably, changing lanes and keeping up with the flow of traffic, even at speeds of 70 miles per hour. My hands were in my lap, and my feet I tucked out of the way. It was eerie at first, but then I relaxed, perhaps too much. I stopped back, and I stopped paying attention, and even turning to my friend and chatting with him in the back seat. So, as a result, this is what it could be like in the future. I'm not saying this will be within the next 5 to 10 years, but in multiple years, this could possibly be um, a possibility for all of us when we drive. But according to ABC News by Elisa Newcomb, Google has produced these autonomous cars, none of in which it has been involved in 14 accidents. But however, none of these accidents were caused by the autonomous car itself. These were caused by human error. As a result, um, this just shows the progress and development which has been going into these cars, though has still not reached its full capability of driving. Um, the cars which are going on, which are being developed, are still need to learn millions of scenarios to fully understand the road and understand the driving abilities without any human interaction. As a result, though, Google has already learned 2 million miles of driving under autonomous control. Uh, with a significant amount of miles, we are learning new human driving behaviors, and these manufacturers are trying to learn more and to gain as much knowledge out of it to make these cars as safe and reliable as possible. So, in conclusion, um, with with an advanced safety features of uh, with seatbelts and airbags, automatic braking system, and blind spot signals. Since the first industrial manufacturing of the vehicles, we have seen an over 100% decrease in fatalities of deaths and casualties on our roads in America. As a result, this can always be improved, can be expanded to reduce these casualties and reduce the 30,000 fatalities in the U.S. alone to a very low number. I personally do not want to experience what I did in 2004. I would like to, be able to drive on a road and feel safe and comfortable when driving. If this means that I have to put my hands into a fully autonomous vehicle, will be decided in the future. This is just to inform you on the basis of what progress and development has been made, and how entrepreneurial activities are going on in the world around us to advance our cars and make our roads a newer place for all of us around us. So thank you for listening. Bye bye.